Hi everyone, my name is Sia Lina Reis and today's video is primarily going to focus on the students who are in the process of becoming a CA. I have been receiving a lot of emails in the last few months which talk about the misery of the students. Thing is that CA exam is an exam which is divided into parts. So you have CA Foundation, then you have CA Inter and you have CA Final. So most of the times what happens is that you are done with a couple of them. Maybe you are done with CA Foundation, you're struggling to clear your CA Inter, or you're done with your CA Inter, you're really struggling very hard to be clearing your CA Final. And I know what kind of a toll it takes on your mind sometimes and how hard it is to convince yourself. But realize one thing, you signed up for this, right? So please do not pity yourself. Do not go into that zone where you are self-pitying all the time and you are comparing yourself with others. You are thinking कि यार मेरी दोस्त ऐसे कर रही है, मेरी दोस्त पैसे कमा रही है, मैं नहीं कमा रही हूँ, या वो ऐश कर रहा है, मैं घर में बैठ के पढ़ रही हूँ. You can't think like that. You cannot be going into that zone where you compare yourself to other students or to other people who are already doing a job. The reason being that you signed up for this. You knew this is going to be this way. You always were warned. Were you not warned when you started your journey? You were warned, right? A lot of people must have come up to you and told you that this is going to be hard. You knew the pattern, you knew how things are going to be. And let me tell you, this is not easy. It's not easy. And why can I say this with such guarantee? Because I was in your situation. And I know how many times it took me to actually flunk in the exam and then sit again in the same exam. I know it's not easy. Guys, I really want you to know one thing. Whatever you are going through right now, we all chartered accountants. On the behalf of everyone, I want to tell this to you. It wasn't easy for any one of us. It was equally hard for all of us. And specifically talking about myself in person with you, I can tell you, I have gone through such emotions during my period when I was in this process that when I think about it, it actually makes me feel so proud of myself that I actually could overcome all of that. So once you will be done with this, trust me, you're going to feel hell lot proud of yourself. I know it's going to take a lot of more what you've already given into it, because certainly it wasn't enough and that is why you're struggling. But this mode of self-pity and self-doubt is not going to get you anywhere. So make up your mind. It's okay to not sit in the next exam. Let me be very clear. This video's purpose is not to motivate you to make you sit in the exam. No. All I want to say is that make a choice. Make a decision and stick to it. A lot of people start with this process and a lot of them give it up in the mid, somewhere in the mid. Because it's a huge, large journey, 3-4 years minimum, or maybe more for most of the people, right? So you've got to make a choice and make up your mind and stick to it. If you don't want to do it, it's okay. There are thousands of other options that you can stick to and you can go into those fields. Something that interests you, something that actually makes you feel happy doing, okay? Anything like that. If this does not make sense to you anymore, don't do it. And if it makes sense to you, if you feel that there is just little bit left to be done from your end, do it. Because when I was in my CA final, I was terribly shattered a few times. Trust me. There were a couple of exams when I flunked. I didn't have courage to gather myself again. Those pieces which were shattered, those pieces which were scattered on the ground, I had to pick them up again and bring them together and start all over again. And that is how it is. For all of us, it is the same. We all have flunked our exams. We all have sat back in those exams and we all have cleared. Hence, we are here. And one last thing that I want to say is that a lot of people, a lot of you people who have this in their mind that they want to prove it to the world that they can be a CA. Hell yes, it is about proving yourself. Once you clear your exam, trust me, you have proved yourself. But let me tell you, the fight doesn't end there. Once you are a CA, that is where the real struggle begins. You have to first struggle that most of the new CAs face is that they have to choose between practice or a job. And that is one hell of a struggle, trust me. A lot of chartered accountants, they end up changing the stream. They either begin with practice and they end up into a job, or they begin from a job and they end up into a practice. So it's not easy after that also. The struggle will continue. Stop being miserable. It's okay to be sad, but don't be miserable. A lot of students in India are sad about a lot of things. So you are not unique. You're not going through something that others are not going through. Everyone is struggling at some point. Even the people who have cleared their exams are struggling at some point. Sometimes what happens is the people who clear the exam before the others are the ones who are struggling more after clearing the exam. So imagine there is A and there is B. Let's say B is more talented and A gets to clear the exam first. And you might end up seeing that A was the one who did not end up that successful as B became when he cleared the exam. So it's like that, the journey, the success, the trip to your success is going to be, a roller coaster ride. It's going to be a lot of ups and a lot of downs. So just getting this degree is one step towards a lot of thousands of steps that are going to follow. If you're sad, it's okay to be sad. All of us have felt sadness, be it education, be it relationship, be it with parents or anything, going on with your life. Life is not always easy. If you are doing it to prove it to others, you will only have to pay the price, okay? If you want to, let's say you, Dhruti, I received an email from Dhruti. So Dhruti, if it is you who wants to prove it to the world, Dhruti, you are going to pay the price. Alina cannot pay the price for Dhruti. You get it? Okay. So this is all I wanted to say. I understand your pain. I understand your sorrow. But at the end of the day, it is your struggle. It is your journey. It is your path. You will have to walk it in your own way. Being sorrowful, being miserable about life, I don't think it will take you very far. All right. So please write to me if there is something I can help you with. If this video helped you, please let me know in the comment section. I would really appreciate it. And I will see you in a video very, very soon again. Till then, take care of yourself and bye-bye and good night.